We had a code red at Dodgers Stadium tonight. Fire me up, Dustin Mania. His best start, really, of his career. Also, a big update on Max Muncy and what the Dodgers are going to do at third base. We have an answer about Mookie Betts' future at the shortstop position. Oh, and the Dodgers swept the Chicago White Sox. That's coming up next on the Dodgers Nation postgame show.
Mookie Betts with his 15th home run.
It's going to be a Dodgers summer, and they're going to finish with the best record in baseball.
One-of-a-kind player. One-of-a-kind season. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone!
We've got so much Dodger baseball to get into, so let's get right into it. What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to another episode of the Dodgers Nation postgame show. My name is Doug McKain, credentialed member of Dodgers Media. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. If you haven't yet, do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button for your Los Angeles Dodgers, who win again. They sweep the Chicago White Sox. They win by a final score of 6-2. They improved to 56-32, 9 games up of the Padres and Giants in the division. And now the Dodgers 2 games up on the Detroit Tigers for the best record in all of Major League Baseball. Welcome to the show. Lots to get into. We'll talk some Max Muncy in a bit. We'll talk some Tyler Glasnow in a bit. An update on Glasnow, who made another rehab start tonight for Oklahoma City. I'll give you the details on that. But first, if you guys want to celebrate, and I'm going to give you that shoey. The shoey's coming. We're going to do it the right way. Not going to be tonight, because I got to re-up on the Kershaw beer. I got to find it. But also, if you really want to celebrate something that we might never see again, we certainly are probably never going to see a Dodgers pitcher have 3,000 strikeouts. So commemorate Clayton Kershaw's miraculous feat by getting this fire t-shirt over at gearup.la, designed by yours truly, CK3K. You got the crown, Clayton Kershaw's initials, 3K. You got the cool shot and animation of him doing his little curtain call. Then it says King Kersh and 3,000 strikeouts. This you can keep forever. This is how you celebrate Goat Shaw. It's a fire t-shirt. You can rep it. This one's going to last forever, right? Because this is probably going to be possibly the last guy we'll ever see maybe throw 3,000 strikeouts as a Dodger, surely. And who knows, maybe for a long time in Major League Baseball. So let's just not forget, to get to the 3,000 strikeout club is extremely rare. It's only 20 members. There's only 4 lefties. Only 3 guys have done it with the same team. So definitely go celebrate this incredible achievement for Clayton Kershaw with the 3,000 strikeout t-shirt. Go to www.gearup.la. All proceeds help the show. So if you really want to support the show, support me, go cop the t-shirt. And we will be giving one away later in the show for the comment of the show. So stick around. We'll give one away. But we got lots of Dodger baseball to talk about. Mitch Poppy, not gonna lie, that shirt is awesome. Appreciate that. Philip Subia with the fire emojis. D-Mac and D-May make it happen. What's up? Mitch Poppy representing over on YouTube. Yep, guys, hit that like button for your Los Angeles Dodgers, because tonight all of a sudden was just turning into a special night at Dodgers Stadium. Of course, yesterday was the Kershaw 3K day, right? Yamamoto bobblehead night, and Dustin May had really struggled throughout the month of May. Dustin May probably was starting to think in the back of his head, am I going to be in this rotation when everyone gets healthy? Am I fighting for my rotation spot? Because the effectiveness had started to go down. And in the month of June, 27 innings for D-May, 5 starts, a 5.67 ERA. And his ERA had gone up every single month. A 3.95 ERA in April, 4.45 ERA in May and a 5.67 ERA in June. Last start in Kansas City was his shortest outing of his year. He needed 84 pitches to go 4 innings. Tonight, Dustin May, to get through 7+, today, Dustin May was much more efficient. 84 pitches to get through 4 in Kansas City. Tonight, Dustin May, to get through 7, he goes 86 pitches to get through 7. His final line, he gives up 2 runs on 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, a walk through 86 pitches. He was fantastic tonight. I mean, he was absolutely incredible. He takes a perfect game. Into the 6th inning. He takes a perfect game into the 6th inning, and it really looked like, after he got that first out, he got Rojas to line to first. So you're at 5 1/3 innings there, and then Baldwin steps up to the plate, a 1-1 count, and he's singled to right to end the perfecto. But up until then, and still after that, he was really fantastic in this one. He bounces back, he strikes out Noda, and one of the big takeaways was that at bat that he struck out Noda with, the very next hitter, that was on that 4-seam fastball, challenged him right in the middle of the plate, and he was still able to have that success the way he did. And I think that one of the biggest takeaways from his start was, sure, you could say it's a guy that he was angry, man. That was Dustin Mania tonight, right? Buy your tickets. Dustin Mania was happening tonight, and he was fired up, man. Dude was like Red Bulls, Monsters, like monster truck rally level fired up tonight, right? I mean, he was bringing it, and sure, there was a chance that maybe he could lose a spot in the rotation, maybe you move him to the bullpen or something like that. Tonight, he made a statement and said, I'm not going anywhere. And what really stood out to me was that 4-seam fastball and how effective it was. You get swing and miss with it. You're able to navigate the upper quadrants of the zone. And when you do that and you're Dustin May, you kind of look like the guy we saw in 2021 when he was throwing that 4-seam fastball more and he was having a strikeout rate north of 30. Because right now, heading into the start, his strikeout rate was below average. His whiff rate below average. I mean, pretty much the only thing he really did above average was kind of fastball velocity, barrel percentage, things like that. But to change the usage on that 4-seamer, I think is pretty key. Heading into today's start, he threw his 4-seamer 14.1% of the time. Tonight, he upped that usage to 21%. So maybe you see that go up. And after he gave the base hit, Tauchman, he singled to right. He's still working with a 5-run lead. And then Dustin May, he comes out there, finishes the 7th inning. He did walk Teal with 2 outs, but lost his command temporarily, but bounced back to get Sosa to ground out. And then Dustin May, he comes out in the 8th inning, gave up a single to Rojas, and then Baldwin, he homered on the 7th pitch of the at-bat. It was a sinker that just ran into the middle of the plate. That made a 2-run game, but still, to get into the 8th inning was incredibly impressive for Dustin May. For him to be able to do that when, guess what, checks notes, no pitcher had done that this season. Dustin May, he pitched the longest start of his season, and his previous longest start was a 7-inning performance back in 2023 against the Diamondbacks. But this is a dude that he was pitching like the rent was due tonight. I mean, really, he retired the first 16 batters that he faced. He had a career-high 7+ innings pitched. He did not give a run until the 8th inning. 9 strikeouts, that tied his season high. It was 1 shy of his career high that he set when he had 10 punch-outs in a game in 2021. So it was not just a good start because of the results, but the strikeout numbers up, 9 punch-outs, and the efficiency. I mean, just the efficiency was incredible. 85 pitches gets him into facing 2 batters in the 8th inning. The fact that that's 1 more pitch that would have took him to get through 4 innings against Kansas City. That was absolutely huge. And when you talk about the month that he had in June, that was just was tough. I mean, you look at heading into this, you look at how the struggles that he dealt with heading into this one. I mean, in June, he just wasn't that guy. I mean, he just looked like he was falling off. It looked like his time in the Dodgers rotation were going to come to an end. But yeah, he made a massive statement today. I'm really happy for Dustin May to go out there, pitch the way he did. And for his start, I'm going to give him an A, and I'm also going to give him the prestigious Dodgers Dog of the game. Dustin May, you're getting that Dodger Dog of the game.
Dodger Dog of the game.
But let me know down below in the comments section, what are your thoughts on Dustin May's performance? Are you buying it? Are you buying stock in Dustin May, or do you think that, oh, this is a dude against a bad team? I think just for me, the fact that you had the fastball velocity as high as it was up 1.5 ticks to you get close to 2 ticks, really. And you look at the success that he had. I mean, he was phenomenal in this one. I think Dustin May absolutely has something to build on. And I truly do think that this wasn't just a fluky start. I mean, think about this. I mean, 9 strikeouts to 1 walk. 9 strikeouts and just 1 walk in 7+ innings. His previous 4 starts combined 12 strikeouts and 11 walks. So to go from 12 strikeouts and 11 walks in 4 starts to 9 strikeouts and 1 walk in 1 start, that shows you a lot of growth, and you feel really excited about that. And let's get some comments, read some stuff. Dustin May. Here's Gorf. Of course, we get someone like Gorf saying he's still cheeks. Come on. Delirium 9. That's true. This is the 3rd stream of the day because technically we went on at 1 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you can throw 4-seam up in the zone, drop the sweeper in the middle of the zone, get it to dart down in the zone. I mean, the throws that he was making to Tauchman and just to left-handed batters, using that sweeper, it was nastier than a gas station bathroom. His stuff moves more than a military family, and I was impressed. Gorf, good for him, but he's still cheeks. Come on. I hear fireworks. Where's my dog at? Where's your dog at? You look at him, man. Your dog right here. Himmy Turner, what is up? I think they go blue. What's up, D-Mac? What's up, Ren representing down below in the comments section. All right, sweet. We got Julio. Going to have to block him. All right, awesome. I hate the White Sox for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a White Sox team that, they're kind of there. You got to take it. That's the one thing, too. You take advantage of bad teams, and that's exactly what you want to do in that situation. You want to step on the throat to bad teams, and the Dodgers had an opportunity to sweep a bad team, and they've done that. And you've had a great time of it at Dodger Stadium. Now, after tonight's win, the Dodgers 33-14, a .702 winning percentage at Dodger Stadium, the friendly confines of Chavez Ravine. That's the second best home record in the sport behind the New York Metropolitans. And you look at the sweeps there. You've had 6 sweeps at Dodger Stadium. 6 sweeps at Dodger Stadium. Break out those brooms. I mean, the cleaning crew can go home early, right? Dodgers doing the sweeping at Dodger Stadium. So I thought it was big, and we're gonna hear from Dustin May here in just a few seconds. We've got him. We got some sound from the Dodgers clubhouse from minutes ago. But let me know, are you buying D May? Because now you look at this rotation. Tyler Glasnow, a quick update on Glasnow. He went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, but 8 strikeouts to 1 walk, had 7 whiffs and 76 pitches. For a rehab start, he could be back very soon here and before the All-Star break. I think that they probably want to give him a start before the All-Star break just to see the way things are going. And for Dustin May to go out there and say, guys coming back, cool. Here's 7 innings, 2 runs on 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, and a walk. So I think that was pretty huge for him. And let's not be honest. Like, yes, these guys are all teammates. Yes, these guys are all brothers. They all love each other. But there is competition in that rotation. And Dustin May knows that there are guys that have priority over him when they come back. Snell, $182 million, immediately bumped up. Tyler Glasnow, $136.5 million, immediately bumped up. Right? He's deeper on the depth chart because of the financial commitment, right? He's someone that is going to be a free agent after this season, and there's going to be guys in front of him. So Kershaw, he ain't coming out of the bullpen. That's King Kersh. By the way, go get the shirt over at www.gearup.la. Snell, that's 2. Glasnow, that's 3. Yamamoto, that's 4. Right? Shohei Ohtani, opening games. Maybe you could see Dustin May in a hybrid role with Ohtani at some point. Who knows? But for him to do what he did tonight, I think was massive for his confidence. Here was Dustin May just moments ago from the Dodgers clubhouse.
Dustin, when you have a game like today in which you were excellent, I know late in the game probably frustrating with that home run, but how do you just assess an outing when you are perfect through 5, you're able to go deep into the game, and the command was excellent?
Yeah, today was better. It was definitely better command. The guys made some really good plays, and they put some runs on the board early, and allowed me to just go and throw.
What was the biggest difference, do you think, for you just coming into this one?
I just tried to scrap the last one as just a blip, and then I just wanted to get ahead and attack.
To be able to pitch so deep into the game, you've been a workhorse all year, but does it have more meaning when you are going into the 8th inning for the first time in your career?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely good to get out there for the 8th. Definitely sucks the way that it went, but it was good.
You're so efficient early. I think you're averaging less than 10 pitches an inning, as you got to the 6th. Are you feeling like this is a different game for you? Something special is going on?
No, I mean, it was going smooth. I was feeling good. I was being able to execute some throws. I was just trying to go as deep as I could.
This is a career high for you. It starts, innings pitched. Given where the rotation is, do you feel like you're kind of, picking them up and filling in some of those gaps with that much of a workhorse role you're taking?
No. I just feel like I'm doing my job.
Were you thinking just when you are perfect and through 5, kind of just what's your thought process when you are going into the 8th? Are you thinking potentially complete game? Is that kind of where you were at?
I'm just trying to live in a 3-foot world. I've had a lot of ups and downs in my career so far. I don't try to look too far ahead at all. I'm just trying to stay one pitch at a time.
So there you go, Dustin May feeling good about his start. And man, let's be honest, was anyone out there really thinking it was going to be a perfect game? Was anyone actually thinking about it? Because I always talk myself into it. It can be the start of the game, first batter of the game. He gets a hit. I go, okay, there goes the perfect game, right? I mean, of course, only one perfect game in Dodgers history. September 9, 1965. Sandy Koufax did it against the Cubs. Last perfect game, though, wasn't that long ago. Of course, Domingo Germán for the Yankees. The Yankees against the A's a couple years ago in 2023. It's just so incredibly rare. When you look at, do you count Galarraga and that whole situation? But perfect games are so rare. It's just the rarest of the rare. 24, I still count 25 because of the terrible Joyce situation. But still, I was impressed by Dustin May, and I know his teammates were. But the sequence of the game for May was 100% there in the 6th inning. Because we've seen May have good starts, and then he gets derailed, and he gets frustrated. He'll give a home run up, and he's given up 13 on the year after the one he did tonight. But it was that 6th inning. He gives up the 1-out single to Baldwin, and then a couple hitters later, Tauchman singles. And then you get the error by Teoscar Hernandez in right field, which we'll talk about in a minute here. And then with runners on 2nd and 3rd, it's a 5-0 game. Dustin May buckles down, and he strikes out Midroth to get out of the inning. That really was the sequence there that I think really defined his start.
Here comes his 0-2. Got him swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts. 5 perfect innings from Dustin May.
All right, now switch gears to the offensive side. I'm not going to take my victory lap on Michael Conforto just yet, but let's talk about this Dodgers offense who got on the board to start things off there in the bottom of the 1st inning. Shohei leads things off of the walk. Couple batters later, Freeman, he doubled to right. That scored Shohei to give LA an early 1-0 lead, so good to give May some run support. And take a look at that double. It was a double to right. And when Freddie is working down the line and right and down the line and left, that's when you know he's really starting to lock in with the timing and his hit cues are becoming synced up, because then the bottom of the third inning, it was deja vu, deja Dodger blue. Shohei gets the walk. Couple batters later, you had a runners on first and second situation because Betts grounded into that fielder's choice to short, but Ohtani was saved after that fielding error, and that brings up Freddie Freeman to the plate again with runners on first and second, and on a pitch that we've seen him swing and miss at the last couple of weeks, he's able to come through. He hits a curveball down to the left. That scored Betts and Shohei. That emptied the bases, and that gave the Dodgers a 3-0 lead.
Freddie shoots one toward the left field corner. Ohtani's going to score easily. Mookie Betts is going to follow him. The throw from Mydrov is laid.
So Mydrov really kind of struggled that inning. The Dodgers took advantage, but how about Freddie Freeman? Walk-off yesterday, had the 3-hit game last weekend in Kansas City. It really looks like Freddie Freeman is starting to lock in and turn things into the Freddie Freeman that we know, right? I mean, the Freddie Freeman that is a future Hall of Famer. He's the active hits leader for a reason. And honestly, I'm just happy to see those big, shiny white Freddie Freeman teeth again, because he's smiling again and he's feeling better about his results at the plate. Here was Freddie Freeman after another big night powering that Dodgers offense.
Freddie, when you just look at the last handful of games, I know you're someone who's been working very hard on the swing recently. Do you feel like you're getting close to where you want to be, though?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been trending a lot better. Even the first game in Kansas City, I didn't get any hits, but I felt a little bit better in that game, and obviously got a few hits in Kansas City that last game I played. So the last few games, swing is definitely trending in the right direction.
Are you comparing it, trying to get back to the one you had in May, or is now kind of just finding a new space to be?
I mean, the cue that I've been using was the World Series cue, the kind of the step-out cue that I've been doing. It's about the fourth time I've tried this, so fourth time was the charm. But, I just feel a little bit better. And obviously, the backside double today was, obviously very nice to see. And even the 3-2 curveball that I had the home run robbed of, that's usually like a topper foul the last couple months. So obviously better swings.
You've seen everything that Dustin's been through in the last couple of years, from the arm to the esophagus. How nice is it to see another night like this? Yeah, I mean, obviously he has electric stuff, but when you combine electric stuff with that command that he had tonight, that's what he can do. I mean, he was 97 to 99. The backdoor sliders into lefties, cutters in, breaking bats, just the electric stuff tonight.
There goes Freddie Freeman, big night. And then let's talk about Michael Conforto. Michael Conforto, truthers rise. And I'm taking applications. I'm letting people hop on the bandwagon now. I mean, if you want to stay on that side, it's fine. But I have no choice. Because if I had a choice, I'd probably be with you guys. If I had a choice. I have no choice because I'm the same guy who said he was going to be an all-star. So I got to stay on this side. I have to either eat this L or go on this victory lap. But I have no choice but to stay on this side. But things are starting to turn around. Later in that inning, Michael Conforto at the plate, and he sees a pitch that he had been struggling with throughout the season. That's a fastball up and in, struggling to get the bat out to it. And Michael Conforto, once again, hits a laser beam homer and gives the Dodgers some more offense. That makes it a 5-0 game.
Michael Conforto jumps on the first pitch, drives into the right field corner. It's gone!
Uh-oh. Don't let Michael Conforto get hot, because now we're starting to see it for multiple games. A 2-run shot there in the third inning. It was his third home run his last 6 games. And the reason why I told you why I'm buying the potential of him starting to hit is because there's been significant changes. Lighter bat. That lighter bat helps him get to the fastballs that he's been struggling to hit. You saw that hit right there was a pull side home run. And this season, he has not been pulling the ball as much. He's been going the other way too much. And the fact that he opened up his stance a little bit, add a little bit of a leg kick, that allows him to pull balls more and allows him to get to heaters on the inner quadrants of the zone. So results because of changes, not just because, okay, baseball players at the big league level are just going to run into the squirrel finds the nut, that kind of thing. No, changes have been made and results are following. So, hey, look, tomorrow I'll put a shoey on my tab if Conforto gets another home run. Put a shoey on my tab because I owe you the Kershaw one. I guess, it's the midsummer, man. It's a little more fun to drink beer this time of year. So, I'm down to hit you with the multi-shoeys if that's the case, if we get another bomb from Michael Conforto. So great to see him have some more success. And what that does is it keeps him in left field. Also made some really good defensive plays today. You saw him dive for one. Yesterday, he made that really nice play. He's been making some really good highlight plays in the outfield, too. So he's been contributing on that end as well. So give Michael Conforto his credit, man. He's really starting to come on, and he's starting to, at the very least, show that he has a pulse. Show there is some signs of life. Show that, hey, I get it. They paid me $17 million, and yes, if you look at my statistics, I rank towards the very bottom of the league in essentially most offensive categories. He hasn't shown up. It's if kind of one of those things, if you have seen Michael Conforto, please return him to 1000 Vince Scully Avenue, the Michael Conforto from last season. Did he stay up in Oracle Park? No. I mean, he has made some changes. He is starting to see those results, and I'm happy to see it. Because this is a veteran, and you definitely win with veterans in the postseason. So, hey, that could be one of the big storylines for this season. What's one of the big storylines for this season is dramatic turnarounds, right? Dramatic turnarounds. Muncy, Pages, dramatic turnaround. Conforto, is he next? Well, here was him in the Dodgers clubhouse.
Michael, we've talked about the leg pick, but just to see the consistency of the results, what is it saying to you just as to where you're at this point right now in the season?
It's a good sign for sure. Being able to get to that fastball and the location it was in, and obviously again coming through with a runner in scoring position is kind of what we've been working towards, and just being ready in that situation. Part of it's approach, part of it's mechanical, and so we're moving in the right direction for sure.
Dustin was excellent today. Can you just describe what it was like playing defense behind him, making crucial plays, especially as he was kind of navigating through that perfect game?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was perfect until coming into the dugout after the top half of the fifth. He was dominant. He had everything working, and it's about as good as we've seen him. And so he was huge for us to give us that clean, quick in and out off the field. Just get us back in the dugout hitting and doing our thing.
Michael, was this latest adjustment, was it something that just kind of clicked, or was it something that you've had to be patient with?
Something I've had to be patient with for sure. I think we've made some adjustments, along the way during the season. This is kind of the most drastic one that we've made. One common thing was that I was just getting blocked off a little bit, and I was a little bit late. I can't remember when exactly we made the switch, but just opening up my stance and just getting moving a little bit earlier has seemed to do a lot of good things and clean up a lot of the mechanical stuff for me. And like I said, a couple days ago, I think there's still some work to do, but the work's definitely paying off up to this point.
Interesting. Like we said, over the stance, lighting the bat. It's a little easier. I saw a funny comment though. I saw some funny. By the way, I love the sarcastic comments, guys. I live for them. I want more of them. I don't run away from them. I want to read the one that says, okay, Planet says, Conforto haters slowly getting quieter. They're still there. This one, Nufo says, let's get Conforto a statue at Dodger Stadium. I love that. Brain Smith, you're right, Dougie. Way too early to declare victory. Way too early. I hope so. I hope for this team's sake, right? You want this team to have success. And Conforto having success helps them have success. So, of course, you want this team to do well. But it was another kind of part of this night, right? Conforto gets the home run. And then later in this one, by the way, congratulations to Teoscar Hernandez, the 5th inning single for him. That gives him his 1,000th career hit. Very big time congratulations for the great Teoscar Hernandez. So good to see him have some life. Good to see him just kind of have something to feel good about. And then how about later, Mookie Betts, 7th inning. Betts is at the plate, 1-0 count against Gilbert, and Mookie does something that he hasn't done in almost a month, a Betts blast. Mookie Betts puts the Dodgers up 6-0 with a solo shot.
Betts belts a ball in the air to left. It's back, and it is gone!
Mookie living his Betts life. First home run since June 8th. So it's been a while. It's been a while for Mookie Betts to leave the yard. His 10th home run of the season. And look, it hopefully gives him something to build on. And one thing I want to bring to your attention is before the game, Dave Roberts was asked about were they even thinking or are they even considering moving Mookie Betts out of the shortstop spot? What I tell you, they're not. I've been telling you this for months. They're not doing it because that's where he wants to be. And Dave Roberts said, here's the quote, they are not going to move Teo off right. Dave said, quote, Teo is our right fielder and Mookie is our shortstop. So there you have it. So for better or worse, that is going to be it. Also, if you watch today's show for Dodgers Dugout Live, we talked about the possibility of Tommy Edman playing more third base and the fact he's done it 94 times. And Dave said before the game that, yeah, they're going to get him refamiliarized with that. They said they're going to have him in there, and that, like I said, was going to give Kim more opportunities against right-handed pitching. So that's how they're going to handle it with Max Muncy and Kike and Rojas and Edman. It's going to be basically 3 guys doing it. And how about this? Esteury Ruiz, he came in and he played right for the last couple innings, and he made some nice plays with the Dodgers. They get that win. You did what you're supposed to do. You beat up on a bad team. And pretty soon we're going to hear from Max Muncy, and we'll get the details of his injury because the Dodgers got some great news, and they're going to open it up for comments, and we're going to give out that Clayton Kershaw fire. Look at this shirt, bro. This shirt. Come on. 3,000 strikeouts, CK3K. Go to www.gearup.la, the official 3,000 strikeout shirt to celebrate Clayton Kershaw's milestone for Dodgers Nation, the official Dodgers Nation 3,000 strikeout shirt. So go and pick that up. But here was Dave Roberts after the Dodgers dub tonight, where they finished off the White Sox.
Dustin May, even ahead of this game, you talked about you weren't really sure kind of what you were going to see from him. To go 5 perfect innings, pitching into the 8th inning, just how impressive was he?
He was really good. He was. It was good to see him bounce back from that game in Kansas City. I thought the delivery was fantastic. I thought the pitch execution, getting strike one, very efficient. I thought Dalton did a fantastic job with the fingers, receiving, all that stuff. So the battery today was really good. He was efficient enough. I felt he earned the opportunity to get into the 8th inning, and then, couldn't put Baldwin away, gave up the homer, and I just felt that, that was good for tonight, but really fantastic outing from Dustin.
About like the features that Arvidas played last night, just kind of game, home run today. With him and Freddie, does it feel like, the tides are starting to turn with 2 of those guys?
I think so. I hope so. I think Freddie, going line to line tonight, cutter in, pulls it for a double, then a breaking ball that he stayed back and shot it down the line for another double. Really good signs from Freddie. And then Mookie, he was struggling a little bit early, didn't take good swings, a couple pop-ups, but, to get hit the split for a pull-side homer, I think sleep well tonight, and, got a big series against the Astros, which will be fun, and he's got a little bit of momentum.
What do you think about the way that
the rotation is not what you expected it to be this part of the season, injury and stuff? A game like this from Dustin, how much of a lift does that give you? And do you think maybe not turned the corner, but he got to the corner now? He's starting to figure it out a little bit.
I think he's figuring it out. I think right now, being able to give us length, go deep in games. He's probably been our most, dependable guy in that sense. And given, taking some workload off the pen, as you said, the rotation, kind of stabilizing the rotation has been fantastic. And he just looks comfortable out there managing his emotions. And I feel good every time he takes him out.
What do you think about the expectations that Dustin has for himself, the way that he reacted after giving up that homer?
I think that it's like all good, great competitors that they expect essentially perfection, and that's always hard to obtain. So I hope it didn't spoil a very good outing, being able to get in the 8th inning. But, you like those zeros, and you don't want to give up a 2-run homer late. But it was still a fantastic outing. But, yeah, he gets emotional out there. And, he had Baldwin, I think, 0-2 right there and couldn't put him away.
He was really good tonight. He was really good in the season opener as well. With all that he's been through, Dustin, how nice is it to see him have outings like this?
It's great. It's great. And now it doesn't even feel like he missed 18 months or whatever it was. He just feels like he's a guy that just kind of in a rhythm right now, and they're not all going to be great. But again, the dependability, the consistency of innings that he's giving us, and every time he goes out there, we have a chance to win. And there's a lot of value with our club.
Dave, you said last night that Clayton's outing felt like it was a no-hitter, like no-hitter environment. Did you get that sense tonight at all? And then what does that tell you about Dustin's?
I thought there were some really nice plays out in the outfield. Freddie made a nice play. Michael made a nice play in left field. And the efficiency of where he was at, so it was plausible, right, as far as the pitches that he had to potentially do it. But, the Baldwin base hit. But, yeah, he was good. I thought that there was swing and miss stuff. There was some hard contact in there, but they were hitting it right at guys. But yeah, I was hoping, I was pulling for him.
What's been different about Michael Conforto the last week?
The difference is he's getting to the fastball, taking better swings, and that's kind of it. I think that he was getting beat by the fastball in the hitting zone, for the first part of the year, and I think right now. He's getting to the fastball much better. So, like the ball today, I think it was fastball or a cutter in and kept it fair for a homer. And, even Alaska Altavia hit a ball hard to the second baseman. So I think that he's calibrating, and the swing is a little bit shorter than it was earlier.
Was Teoscar out of the game late for defense?
No, just I felt that he just took his at-bat. His spot shouldn't come around again. It is a way to get Ruiz in there. Certainly enhance the defense, and he made a nice play, off the Vargas ball.
You hear anything about Tyler's rehab start?
I did. It was good. It was good. He got into the 5th inning. I think he, got close to 80 pitches. Had a longer first inning, but the last 4 were really good. So positive day for Tyler. Really, really good stuff. And I haven't watched the video yet, but from what I heard, really good stuff.
You expecting it to be his last one before?
We'll see. We're gonna circle up, but I'm hopeful. Thanks, guys. Yeah. All right.
Hey, I like that. Sonia Chen going after Dave Roberts, trying to get that info on Tyler Glass. Now, it does seem like, from the look in his eyes, my read on that is we could be seeing Tyler Glass now a lot sooner than later. So, hey, that's definitely going to be a massive thing for me, because the sooner he gets back, the sooner we see if he can really contribute long-term. How's the stuff look? Can he bounce back from starts? And if the Dodgers do have to be aggressive at that trade deadline. But let's get to the MV3. Give me your MV3. Who are the 3 biggest Dodgers that contributed to this win? 3 biggest Dodgers that led to this win. You got to go with Dustin May, 7+. You got to go with Freddie Freeman, too. Who's the third one, though? You going Conforto? Man, I swear. If I just had if I could get into Doc Brown's DeLorean, go back, give Conforto the lighter bat, open up his stance, he'd be an all-star, and I wouldn't look like an idiot. I wish I could do that. I can't. Man, maybe my Conforto can just go to the... What if I'm going to the All-Star game. What if I just go and bring him to the All-Star game and I buy him a ticket? Would I get credit if I just took him to the All-Star game and he went there as a fan? Would that still count? Would the take still be bad? Probably not. Also, too, if you saw yesterday, Clayton Kershaw and company, they took the rubber out. Maybe Dustin May likes that new rubber. That's what I would have asked Dustin May. Do you like that new rubber out there? Because it clearly paid dividends. But let's get some more comments here. I'm going to give out a comment of the show here, and whoever gets it is going to get this. The brand new, just released minutes ago to celebrate Clayton Kershaw's 3,000th strikeout. What a night it was at Dodger Stadium. Himmy says, give Conforto a tornado bat right now. How about a tornado bat? Jose Conforto is an all-star player versus the Rockies and the White Sox. There it is. And I respect that. I respect you saying that because, like, it's fair. They played bad teams. He's had success against bad teams. Let's do it. Let's see him do it against a better competition. Mr. Classic. Hey, Douglas, let's have dinner. Okay. Hey, just don't call me late, man. Doug, trade talks will the Dodgers be bringing a bat, a pitcher? I mean, a lot of that is determined on what some of these guys that have been struggling all year do. I mean, I think Freddie was great. You saw him almost get robbed. He got robbed of a home run. Those guys, are going to come out of their slumps, right? But it's the guys that are on the margins that are unproven that you still have to see some. Clayton Kershaw, we got Go Dodgers from Craig Osterberg. Jack Geezy, D-Mac, thank you for all you do, bro. Thank you, man. Thank all you guys. It's your show, guys. We're hosting this thing together. Delirium, appreciate you guys. I like this from Delirium. Dustin Mayhem unleashing his inner Pennywise. Okay, Delirium, that's a contender. That's a contender for comment of the show. That's a contender. Let's see what else we got. D-Mac, it's the 4th of July. We got to. It's amazing. This is from New Food. It's amazing with all the injuries and subpar performances at times where it's still in first place. Let's go Dodgers. Yeah, absolutely. D-Mac bust out the shoe. Delirium 9. Altuve in the outfield looks even smaller. 3 feet 9 inches approximately. Yeah, Dodgers. Stros, trash Stros. I don't want to think about it right now, but Ben Casperius, Lance McCullers tomorrow at Dodgers Stadium. Let's see what else. See what else we got. D-Mac, happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to everyone out there, for sure. Can't wait to watch Jaws tomorrow. Jaws, it's my 4th of July tradition. I watch Jaws, but it's weird because I watch it like 7 a.m. on 4th of July. That's how I get down with my Jaws marathon. Give me the shark eating people there. Amity Island. Awesome shirt design. Thank you. Appreciate that. We got I need one, a small one. Addy wants a shirt. AM Houston will be a perfect test. That's a great point because Houston's coming in hot. I like that take right there. Conservative Zach, Dodgers, a team who can have a lot of players for sure. We got C3K was better on Kirsch fam hats. Not sure what that even means. CK3K, CK1. Is that D-Mac? I'm glad Max Muncy's injury does not sound serious, but I trust Dodgers injuries report as much as I trust gas station sushi. Keith Potter, that's a contender. That's a contender. All right, let's hear from Max Muncy so you guys can get the update on Muncy from the man himself, talking about the injury, when they can expect him back. Because, it was scary times. It was scary times waiting for Max Muncy. And here's Muncy talking to reporters before the game.
Max, just the injury we saw last night was obviously incredibly scary. And to know that it's a bone bruise, to know that it's not a season-ending injury, just what is your reaction to kind of the test and everything you found out today?
Yeah, it was, it was kind of twofold. It was tough news, but it was also great news. In terms of when you look at the play and just the injury that could have happened, we possibly got best case scenario. There's no structural damage in there, which is huge. That was definitely a pleasant relief, but the timetable still kind of sucks for me personally. You look at around 6 weeks, maybe a little before, maybe a little after, and it was a tough blow, but at the same time, I still get to play baseball this year instead of coming back next year around April. So it was kind of best case scenario.
Does it make it even tougher because you found your way back?
Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't get to be out there on the field for a little bit. You know, that really sucks. I had to go through it last year, and you know, it's never fun when you don't get to be out there.
Max, when you were being helped off the field last night, what was going through your head? Did you fear the worst at that point?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. You know, to be honest, the first thing that popped into my head was the end of the season in 2021. You know, it just wasn't a pleasant feeling. You immediately start replaying everything in your head, trying to say, you know, what did I feel? Did I feel a pop? Did I hear a pop? And, you know, all that kind of stuff. That way you can give the medical staff, you know, the best chance of the evaluation. And, you know, anytime you're replaying an injury in your head, it's not good.
Did you get an MRI this morning? Or?
Yes, I did. Yeah, there's no structural damage.
So no structural damage, 6 weeks, and this is massive. Like this is almost like it feels like the Dodgers got a trade for an above-average bat, because that's how grim it looked when you saw the replays yesterday. And this is kind of one of those things where when a team goes out there and wins a World Series, you kind of look at, that moment when they got injured, right? Corey Seager getting injured in 2018, moments like that. I mean, you look at the injury moments, and then there's the didn't get injured moments, and the ones where you caught a break in a positive way. And we know that from the pitching side, they've had a lot of bad breaks on the injury front. So to kind of get that good injury news, as someone pointed out in the comments, those prayer circles worked that we were doing on this show. So, yeah, absolutely. It was absolutely massive, and it's going to change their approach at the deadline because they feel like they're getting him back. And I think that just for Max Muncy, I really thought it was cool to hear him say that one of the things that he was thinking about when he went down was, I don't want to be a distraction to Clayton Kershaw because he's trying to get his 3,000th strikeout. That shows you the kind of teammate and player that Max Muncy is. He's writhing in pain. Some dude just went smashed into his knee. He's seeing his career flash before his eyes. Could have been career ending, Dodger ending. And he's thinking about Clayton Kershaw in that moment. Says a lot about the dude that Max Muncy is. And then Max Muncy said, hey, I was pissed, man. Like, I'm just being straight up. I was pissed. I wasn't able to be out there. And he wanted to be out there. He wanted to be out there for that moment. He wasn't. And, yeah, it was great. I mean, what makes yesterday so great, too, they came back and win. It makes that so much more watchable, and you're going to always remember that game from forever. But like, we got to give out a T-shirt. Mixophilix Kirsten deserves a ring along with D-Mac. I would take a ring for sure. Man, I would sell that thing. No, I would wear it every single day. It'd be so in your face. All these people are like, I got my ring locked up. Da-da-da-da-da. Bro, I would not leave the house without that World Series ring. I don't care how obnoxious and over the top it would be. Like, it would be like I would not leave the house without that ring on. I would give me a World Series ring, and not talking about it as a chain. I'd wear it as a ring, bling blinging. 6 weeks is nothing for Mr. Classic. Tim Neverett, great call in the night, absolutely. Feed Muncy some tortas. Okay, Himmy Turner, D-Mac. This is the contenders. D-Mac finna use them jaws to eat them 4th of July Independence tortas. Okay. That's a contender. That's it. That's for sure a contender. Comment of the show. Contender.
You win.
Jeremy Buckley says, why are they making him stand? I love that. That's fire. Conservative Zach, those prayer circles work. Delirium 9, it was great news. I feared it could have been career ending. Abel A, D-Mac ready for those torta eating contests.
Bruh.
You know it. You know what, though? I got it. Muncy was walking gingerly. Okay, here. I got to give it to Keith Potter. D-Mac, I'm glad Max Muncy's injury does not sound serious, but I trust a Dodgers series injury report as much as I trust a gas station sushi. So that's down to the top two. Delirium, Dustin Mayhem unleashing like Pennywise. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with... I'll go with Keith Potter. Well, Keith Potter was a good one. Who's the guy who made fun of Altuve, though? I really like that one, too. But let's see. What else we got? Any more last-second additions to this one? Ron Fig in the house. Himmy Turner, the White Sox. D-Mac gobbles glizzies like jaw. Come on, NS. Ring or torta, Nufo. Okay. All right, guys. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Keith. I'm gonna give it to Keith Potter. Keith Potter's always been rocking with us. Good comment for sure. We'll give more of these out for sure. So definitely be on the lookout. We're doing tons of more giveaways, so definitely be sure to do that. But go to gearup.la, pick up the new Clayton Kershaw CK 3K shirt. While supplies last, hot off the presses. The official shirt to celebrate his 3,000th strikeout. You got the crown. You got the CK 3K 3,000 strikeout. It says King Kersh. Cool animation. But, guys, thanks again for rocking with us here on the #1 Dodgers postgame show on YouTube. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. And definitely do me a big favor. Hit the like button and comment on your way out if you want to support the show. Have a happy 4th of July. Have all the glizzies, all the hamburgers, all the hot dogs, all the tortas, all the fireworks, all the fun. See you guys tomorrow. Dodgers Trastros from the Ravine. And remember that nothing, absolutely nothing brings together quite like Dodger baseball. Until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
And when the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball.